I've seen so many people jump on the low-end projector bandwagon, only to end up with a washed-out image that looks like it belongs on a cheap TV commercial. The regret that follows return hassles, wasted money, and a living room that still feels empty makes the whole idea of a home theater projector feel risky. So the question I keep hearing is there a middle ground where I don't have to settle for a blurry bargain but also don't have to break the bank on a cinema-grade system? The Hisense PL2 tries to be that smarter buy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the PL2 is an ultra-short throw laser projector, which means you can sit it just a few inches from the wall and still get a picture that fills anywhere from 80 to 150 inches. That design choice solves a major pain point for apartment dwellers and anyone who doesn't want a massive mount on the ceiling. In the real world, I placed the unit on a low console in my living room, angled it toward a plain, matte white wall, and the image popped right away. No need for a long throw distance, no complicated ceiling brackets, and no fear of accidentally knocking the projector into a coffee table. What really sets this model apart is the combination of Hisense's X-Fusion laser light source and a 4K AI upscaler. The laser gives you a consistent 2700 lumens, which on paper sounds modest compared to the 3000 plus lumen giants, but in practice it's more than enough for a dimmed room or even a moderately lit space with some curtains drawn. When I dimmed the lights to a typical movie night level, the picture stayed bright and vivid, and the contrast ratio of 3000 to 1 gave enough depth to separate dark shadows from bright highlights without the gray wash you see on many budget laser units. The AI upscaler is the kind of feature that sounds like marketing fluff until you actually test it. I threw a 1080p Blu-ray and a 720p streaming show at the projector, and the system automatically sharpened edges and smoothed out noise, making the content look closer to native 4K. The effect is subtle but noticeable, especially with older series that were never shot in high definition. If you're the type who streams a lot of classic TV or watches DVDs, this upscaling can make a real difference. Dolby Vision and Atmos support also get a mention in the specs, and they work as advertised when you pair the PL2 with a compatible streaming app on its built-in Google TV interface. I watched a recent Netflix release that offered Dolby Vision HDR, and the colors were richer, the whites brighter, and the blacks more layered than what my 4K TV could produce. The built-in speakers aren't a replacement for a full surround system, but the Dolby Atmos processing makes the sound feel wider, which is a nice bonus for a first-time projector owner who doesn't want to invest in external speakers right away. Who should consider the PL2? If you're a movie lover who wants a true cinema-sized screen without the hassle of mounting a traditional projector, and you're comfortable keeping your viewing area relatively dark, this is a solid candidate. It shines for families that want a shared screen for gaming nights, streaming marathons, or occasional sports events where the large image adds excitement. The 1.07 billion color palette also means sports graphics stay crisp and colorful, which is something I noticed during a recent soccer match. Team colors didn't bleed, and the motion was smooth. On the flip side, the PL2 isn't the best fit for a bright, sun-flooded living room or for someone who expects a projector to double as a daytime TV. While 2700 lumens handles a dimmed room nicely, it will struggle if you keep the curtains open and the ambient light is high. Also, the ultra-short throw design requires a fairly flat, light-colored wall. Textured or dark walls can cause hotspots or uneven brightness. If you live in a space where you can't control lighting or you only have a painted wall, you might be better off with a traditional throw projector paired with a proper screen. The practical strengths of the PL2 are its convenience and image quality at its price point. The plug-and-play experience is genuinely simple. Connect the power, hook up HDMI or use the built-in Wi-Fi 6E, and you're ready to stream. The Google TV interface is responsive, and the remote feels decent, not the cheap plastic you sometimes see on lower-priced units. The laser light source also promises a longer lifespan, typically around 20,000 hours, so you won't be swapping lamps every few years. On the downside, the unit runs a bit warm, which is normal for laser projectors, but it means you need to leave some clearance behind it for airflow. The built-in speaker system, while enhanced by Dolby Atmos, is still modest, audiophiles will want a soundbar or a proper speaker setup. Another hidden trade-off is the need for a decent internet connection to make full use of the Google TV streaming and firmware updates. On a shaky Wi-Fi network, you